Hey everybody, welcome back to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com and here on the YouTube channel. And this is our year-end wrap-up for 2023. We're going to take a look at our 2023 goals to see what we accomplished this year in 2023. And then we're also going to talk about our 2024 goals and what we're going to do in the home studio. And as I say we, it's not just me, it's you too. This is an interactive participation type video. So that's what we're going to do in this video. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, go out to HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com if this is your first time here. Get that free mixing course. It's right on the homepage. It's $100. My gift to you for visiting Home Recording Made Easy. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to give you something else for free. Okay, so we do this every year. So if you're a returning viewer here to Home Recording Made Easy, welcome back. Thank you so much for your support throughout 2023. As I said, we've been doing this for the last 3 or 4 years, where at the end of every year, we review what goals we were setting for that year to see how Uncle Dave did, so you guys can hold me accountable and I can hold myself accountable, and then what we're going to be doing in 2024. So if you missed last year's video, I'm going to link it in the description box below. Go check that out. I went back and watched that video to make sure I got all of the goals that I said I was going to do for this video, and I got it written down here on a piece of paper here. So we're going to review my goals from 2023. How did we do? How did Uncle Dave do? Did I do everything I said I was going to do? And if not, what happened and what are we going to do in 2024 to make sure we don't make the same mistake? So I encourage you, if you followed along in last year's video, last year's challenge, get out your goals for 2023 and follow along and ask yourself the same questions that I'm asking myself about how we did in this year and what we're going to do for next year. So let's start off with what we said we were going to do in 2023. This is what I said I was going to do in 2023. I'm going to read them off a piece of paper here, and then we'll go through each one. And I'll tell you how I did this year. So the first goal was we were going to create 2 hybrid mixing courses. So it's really kind of goal 1 and 2. We're going to record, I was going to release a hybrid mixing pop course as well as a hybrid mixing rock course. Those were the first 2 goals I said what we're going to do in 2023. Goal number 3 is we were going to release 2 courses, Recording Drums Made Easy and Mixing Drums Made Easy, to kind of replace the courses that are already on the HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com page, because those things are like 7 or 8 years old at this point, and those were the last 2 courses I needed to refresh on the entire website to get them up to today's standards. So that was my goal, to replace those 2 courses. My next goal was to do 100 videos for the Home Recording Made Easy YouTube channel. Did I do 100 videos? We're going to find out. The next goal was I was going to create 50 videos for the Mixing Music Analog YouTube channel. Did I do that? We're going to see. Yes, we do have a second YouTube channel. Again, link will be in the description box below. And then the last goal was to acquire 25 new students for the MixingMadeEasy.net membership website. Did we get 25 new members? So that was the list of goals for 2023. So let's review them. How'd Uncle Dave do? What do you think? What were your goals? You have your goals out in front of you? So the first goal was we're going to create, first 2 goals, 1 and 2, we're going to create hybrid mixing pop, hybrid mixing rock. I did accomplish that early in 2023. I released the mixing hybrid pop course, pop rock. It was very successful. Everybody seemed to love it. A ton of you bought that course. I so appreciate it. We got that done. Then I also released in the summertime of 2023, sometime around July, August, was the mixing or hybrid mixing or mixing hybrid acoustic rock course. I released that as well. Again, a lot of you purchased that course. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys really enjoyed it. That goal got done. So those first 2 goals got done. I got those 2 courses done. The second goal, or the third and fourth goal, depending on how you want to look at it, is I said I was going to replace the last 2 courses on the HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com website, Recording Drums Made Easy and Mixing Drums Made Easy. And I gotta say, and I'm a little sad about it, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because that's what we do here. I did not get those 2 goals done. I did not. I had every intention on doing those 2, and I'll tell you a little bit why I didn't get those done. The mixing drums course just kind of got pushed off because it got replaced with something else, which we'll talk about in a minute. The recording drums course, I actually had and still have everything that I need to do that course. And I gotta be honest, I just wasn't inspired to do it. I did some recording drums YouTube videos to see how people were gonna like those. Did they wanna see recording acoustic drums here on the channel. And honestly, those videos were not very popular. They didn't get a lot of views. And that kind of deflated my inspiration, to be honest, for me to replace it. That particular course is a lot of work to be done. It's one of the harder courses to do. And honestly, I just lost motivation, got tied up in doing other things, and it didn't get done. And in looking back on it, I feel bad about it. It's one of those courses, out of all the courses that I have on the homerecordingmadeeasy.com school, it's the least popular. From what I'm kind of thinking is that most people that watch this channel that follow me at Home Recording Made Easy, they don't record acoustic drums in their home studios. It's not an excuse. I should have done it anyway, because the course that I have on the website is a great course, but it is like 8 years old. It doesn't look as good as the other courses on the website. It's not presented as well, because I'm just better at doing this than I was 8 years ago. And I should have replaced it, but I didn't. And I feel bad about that. And so I'm gonna think about whether or not we're gonna do that even next year. I'm not sure. If you're watching this video, and if you were someone that really wanted me to redo that recording acoustic drums course in the home studio, let me know in the comments below. And maybe if I get enough people that really want it, I'll get up the energy to go ahead and do it. But I didn't get that done. I missed it. The next goal was to create 100 YouTube videos for the Home Recording Made Easy YouTube channel. And I got almost there. I actually recorded 67 videos for Home Recording Made Easy. The goal was to start off the year doing 2 videos a week. That's what I would need to do. 2 videos a week for that one channel, this channel, in order to achieve 100. I did that for about the first 3 or 4 months. And I didn't realize, and I underestimated how much work that was really going to entail. Could I keep up with it? And what I also wanted to see was, if I published more content here at Home Recording Made Easy, was that going to drive any more traffic to my website? Was it going to drive any more people to my website to sign up on the email list to get all the deals for the courses? Was that going to increase my course sales at all by just simply publishing more videos on YouTube? Was it going to increase my YouTube ad money that I get every month, which is not a lot, but was I going to see any increase? And what I learned after about the first 3 or 4 months, as I was releasing 2 videos a week, it really had minimal to almost no impact on any of those things. So between just the workload and kind of underestimating how much work it was really going to be, and the fact that it really had no impact on the overall business, I decided it was just too much. I just couldn't keep up with it. So after about 3.5 months or so, 4 months, I decided to go back to 1 video a week. And that's why I only got 67 videos. Now, 67 videos is still a ton of videos. Actually, I think it might be 68 if you include the video I'm doing right now that will be released this year. But I did not meet my 100, but I met 67 videos, which I still feel good about. That's still a lot of content. And I also feel like, you know what, that's a good pace. Now that I know that doing 100 is just too much for me with all the other things I have going on in my business, I'm pretty happy with 67. So I didn't accomplish the goal, but I accomplished 2/3 of the goal. The next goal was to create 50 videos for the Mixing Music Analog YouTube channel. Now in that area, I actually got 77 videos done. So you say, wait a minute, Dave, how did you do that? Well, between the 2 goals, I was on track to do 100 for Home Recording Made Easy, 50 for Mixing Music Analog. That's 150 videos, but I did 77 videos for Mixing Music Analog. So in total, I did 147 videos. So between the 2 channels, my goal was to do 150. I ended up doing 147. I just mixed it up and I got more videos on Mixing Music Analog than I did for Home Recording Made Easy. And you say, well, why did you do more videos for Mixing Music Analog? I'll tell you why. Part of that was because I had some help with that channel. One of my friends and students and that helps me over at Mixing Music Analog, my buddy David, he did some videos for the channel, which I'm including in that 77. He actually did quite a few videos for me. He helped do some content there as well, so that helped take off the workload. Also in 2023, I was working with more companies to do product demos and gear reviews over at Mixing Music Analog than I was here at Home Recording Made Easy. So it just worked out that I had more content help and I had more content that I really needed to do for brands over on the other channel. So if you look at the 2 YouTube channels, I was scheduled to do 150. I did 147. The breakdown wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be or what I intended it to be, but I still feel good about the overall amount of content that I created for YouTube on my 2 channels. And then the last goal was obtain 25 new members of mixingmadeeasy.net. Now, mixingmadeeasy.net, if you don't know, is my mixing membership website. Again, links in the description box below. If you're into mixing in the box, it's the best place you could be for learning how to grow and get better at mixing in a very non-technical way at a much quicker pace than you will anywhere else. And so every year we open up enrollment only really once a year, and it usually only happens during Black Friday and during Christmas. And sometimes I'll open it for like 3 or 4 days right around July 4th, 4th of July. So I didn't get 25 new members. I got 14 new members. So not bad. Again, because the enrollment is not open 12 months out of the year, that kind of limits the amount of members that I'm really going to attract. And 25 was probably aggressive. I was planning to do more campaigns and more advertising campaigns to get more people interested. And I did some of that, but it wasn't as effective as I thought it would be. But we still got 14 new members. So about 50% of the way there, maybe 60% of the way there. Didn't achieve the goal 100%, but we made a dent in the goal, and that's a good thing as well. So those were my 5, or depending on how you break these down, 7 or 8 goals I had. A couple of notable things that came up that also got in the way of some of this stuff again, I didn't do recording drums made easy. I didn't do or redo mixing drums made easy. However, I did do a new course that wasn't part of the plan. That was kind of an idea that happens maybe 6 months into the year, which is the cover song mixing challenge. And again, if you don't know what the cover song mixing challenge is, link will be in the description box below, where we gave away a bunch of prizes. Sweetwater sponsored the contest. Kit Plugins sponsored the contest, and that was a training course and a contest all in one with one of my friends and colleagues, Brandon Van Allen, who helped me do that. So check out the cover song mixing challenge. That was a new course that I developed that wasn't part of the plan. So I didn't do recording drums, I didn't do mixing drums, but we did the cover song mixing challenge. So that kind of made up for some of that loss there. Also, too, in 2023, I had a much higher level of private coaching, Zoom coaching sessions, my one-on-one coaching sessions, a lot more students than I had in 2022. So that took up a lot more of my time as well. And we'll talk a little bit about that towards the end of the video here, how I can help you, so you could see some of the things that I can help you with your goals in your studio. And then I also had a lot of mixing clients over on the Mixing Music Analog side on my console. I did a lot more mixing work this year than I originally anticipated. So again, that took some time. So I'm not making excuses for not hitting my goals. Part of setting goals at the beginning of the year is you have to be able to be flexible and be able to move around and change it up as things happens in your business. So because I'm only one person and I only have a limited amount of time on my schedule every week, every month, some of these other things were more busy than I thought they would be. So that also kind of put a damper on some of the things that I didn't get done. So that was my 2023 year in review. How did you do? I'd like to know in the comments below. List them out like you did last year. Let me know how you did. How did you do in 2023? So I did okay. I didn't do as well in some of the things as I talked about, but overall I'm happy. I'm happy with the overall business progress. I'm happy with some of the new things that I've got developed in 2023 that weren't part of the plan. And I'm happy that I kind of figured out really what is the maximum amount of things that I really can do. When we get to 2024, it kind of blows it out of the window, but I feel good about what I did. It was a good year overall, successfully. Overall, my business has grown, even in a year where inflation was really high and people were short on money this year, and still people feeling the effect of the economy here in the US. My business model overall still grew, even though it didn't grow as much as I wanted to, but it still grew, and I accomplished enough of my goals to feel good about what I did. So I hope you did too. Now let's talk about 2024. What are the goals in 2024? Okay, so here are my goals. And again, I talked about just a second ago how, there's only so many hours in the day. Don't get too aggressive. But this year, I got a lot of new courses that need to be done. And let me explain. And again, this is a goal. These are goals. You never know what's going to happen in 2024. I may have to change things up a little bit, but this is what I'm going into the year with, hoping to accomplish. And again, we will come back next year and we will review my progress just like we do every year. So goal number 1, we're going to create another hybrid mixing course. We're actually going to do 2 of them, but the first one is going to be country pop. That's going to be the next style of music. The hybrid mixing courses did really well. So I said, if they do well, I'm going to do 2 more in 2024. So we are going to do hybrid mixing country pop. And we're also going to do, this is kind of 50-50. I'm going to put it on the list. I'm going to see if we can get to it. It really depends on some things that might or might not happen in 2024. And I'll talk about in a minute. But if we do a second one, we're going to do hybrid mixing metal, a metal track, which some of you have asked me about. I'm still seeking out the proper multi-tracks that we're going to do. I don't have a session yet that I know that I'm going to use for that course. I'm about 50% sure we're going to get to it, but I'm going to try to get to that as well. So if all goes to plan, we're going to have 2 hybrid mixing courses. Hybrid mixing country pop, which is absolutely going to get done, and then hybrid mixing metal, and we're going to see if that's going to get done. If it doesn't get done, it will get done in 2025. But I'm going to put it on the list because I want to be aggressive and try to go as hard as I can. The next thing on the list, and this will get done because it's the first course I'm going to create this year in 2024, coming up in the next couple of weeks, is we are going to do mixing drums. I am going to replace that course. Recording drums is not on the list. I really have to be inspired, and I got to really have the time to do that course because that course is way more involved as you can imagine. But mixing drums we're going to do. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to do that first in 2024 to make sure that at least the mixing drums course gets done because it's all done in the box. It's easier to do. I don't need to set up a real drum kit and record the stuff. So we're going to get that done. The next goal is kind of for the YouTube channels. So we have Home Recording Made Easy and Mixing Music Analog. And I'm going to stay conservative. I'm going to commit to 50 videos on each channel. That's still 100 videos. So that's 1 video a week for both Home Recording Made Easy and Mixing Music Analog. And we're going to do the same kind of videos. We're going to do plugin demos here at Home Recording Made Easy. We're going to do more DAW controller videos. I got new stuff from Softube Console 1, from Icon. I'm sure PreSonus is going to put out a fader port pretty soon. We're going to continue to do the DAW controller thing because you guys really like those videos. We're going to do mixing demonstrations. We might do some songwriting stuff as well. So Home Recording Made Easy, we're going to try to mix it up and do a bunch of different content, but we're only going to do 1 video a week. Mixing Music Analog, same thing. We're going to do 1 video a week, and that's going to consist of, again, gear demos. We're going to do mixing demonstration. One thing that really worked well that you guys seem to like, and I put those videos at Home Recording Made Easy as well, is the POV mixing. Point of view mixing, where I give away free multi-tracks. You guys really seem to like that on this channel and on Mixing Music Analog. We're going to do a bunch of those videos next year. We're also going to do, I have a new series coming up over there. I think I'm going to call it What's in My Rack. And we're going to go through each piece of gear in my rack, and we're going to do kind of a down and dirty. We're really going to look at the thing and use that gear to its fullest potential. I'm hoping to get that done as well. So that's what's going to consist over at Mixing Music Analog. Same kind of content with the POV stuff and maybe some other live mixing stuff. So between the 2 YouTube channels, 100 videos, 50 and 50. Another new course that we're going to do, again, I mentioned it earlier, we did it in 2023. We're going to do another cover song mixing challenge with Brandon Van Allen. We already scheduled and agreed we're going to do 1 of them, probably starting in March of 2024. So stay tuned to that. If you don't know what the cover song mixing challenge is, you can get involved and get a chance to win thousands of dollars worth of studio gear and prizes. And I got some really cool prizes. So that's going to be really cool. We're not sure if we're going to do more than 1. We're really going to take it 1 course at a time. If the cover song mixing challenge does as well as the first one did, we'll do a 3rd one. But right now I'm slated to do 1, maybe 2 next year. It really depends on all of you, how well those courses are received, and the rest of my schedule. But we're definitely going to do 1. Another course that we're going to do together with Brandon Van Allen is we're talking about doing a fully featured song production, songwriting, mixing and mastering course all in 1 big course with my good friend Brandon Van Alla. We're going to try to collaborate and do something together where we do a full course together. That's on the list. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but Brandon and I talked about it. He wants to do one. I want to do one together with him, and I think it'll really benefit a lot of you because Brandon is an awesome producer, and he really does wonderful stuff when it comes to recording and producing in the home studio, even much better than Uncle Dave here. But Uncle Dave's going to do the mixing and mastering piece of it. So that's another course we're going to try to do together. And then lastly, and this is really, I'm not really sure how this is all going to go because I don't have any inside information, but my guess is in 2024, Studio One 7 is going to be released. Studio One 6 has been around now over a year. They're in about a 15 to 18 month cycle when PreSonus puts out the next version of Studio One. And my guess is sometime in the spring to early summer, Studio One 7 is going to be released. And when that gets released, Uncle Dave's got a ton of work. I have to update and replace the Studio One Beginner's Guide. I do that for every new major version. I'm going to need to do it for the mixing in Studio One course and then the beginner's course for recording. And the reason why I do that every time Studio One releases a new major update is because of all the new students that come to Home Recording Made Easy that are getting Studio One for the first time. They typically have the latest version and they want to see the latest version on the screen when they're trying to learn how to use Studio One. So when Studio One put out Studio One version 6, I replaced all 3 of those courses. When they put out version 7, I replace all the courses. When they put out version 8, I'll replace all the courses. Now I don't do the dot update. So when Studio One puts out Studio One 6.5, I don't do a major update because there's not enough changes. But when they do the full version updates, I'm going to do that. So if Studio One, PreSonus, comes out with Studio One 7, there will be 3 more courses for me to create in 2024. So overall, my 24 goals are more aggressive than 2023. And when we talked about in 2023, I didn't hit them all because they were aggressive. So my goal is to get them all done. How much am I going to get done? I don't know. Some of it will depend on how much more personal coaching I'm doing, how much more personal client mixing I'm doing, what's going on with PreSonus, what other new products are released, so on and so forth. So part of my goals and part of your goals too will be you start off with a list of things you want to get done, and then you try to rack and stack those and prioritize the ones you absolutely have to get done. And then the other things that come up depending on what happens in your business, in your life, and whatever your work, whatever you're doing. So we're going to see. So we're going to come back at the end of 2024 and we're going to see how I did on those goals. So I'm putting them here out in public. I'm putting them on camera. I'm throwing it up on our YouTube channel. Those are my goals for 2024. It is going to be a heck of a year for course creation. But it's courses that I know you guys want. It's courses that I know are going to help you guys. And so it's something I'm just going to have to suck it up, buckle down, and get it done. And I am excited about doing it. And interestingly enough, again, time flies. By the time 2025 rolls around, all of the other courses at Home Recording Made Easy, Mixing Made Easy Volume 1, Mixing Made Easy Volume 2, 3, and 4, Mixing with Analog Style Plugins, EQ Compression, Parallel Compression, all of those courses eventually are going to need to be updated. I try to refresh and update those courses about every 5 to 6 years. And believe it or not, in 2025, a lot of those courses, the last update was in 2020. So it's already been 5 years. And the reason why, again, I update those courses is not because you have to, I want you to all go out and buy the new versions. In some cases, you don't really need to buy the new versions, but it really is for all the new people coming into Home Recording Made Easy. I want to make sure I have the latest DAW that most people use. And also too, every 4 or 5 years, plugins change, things change. I want to be able to show the newest technology, the newest thing that's going on that people are into. And also I feel like, you know what, I get better at presenting these courses. I try to refine them, fill them with even more content and make them better for you, the students, so you get a better learning experience from them. So there's a lot going on in 2024 and I'm already worried about 2025, but those are my goals. That's my year-end wrap-up. So let me ask you, what are you going to do in 2024? A lot of you listed them in the comment section of last year's video. I want you to do that this year. Hold yourself accountable. Put it in the community down in the comments. Hold yourself accountable to the community. This is the way you're going to get stuff done. I am a big believer in goals and working through some kind of a hit list or a goal list every single year so you know what you want to get done in your studio. You don't have to do this at a professional level. This doesn't need to be your living to have goals, even if it's just your own personal studio that you do as a passion project. Maybe there's an EP you wanted to finish up that you didn't finish up. Maybe there's new songs you want to write. Maybe you want to get some new training. You want to learn another aspect of the recording, mixing, mastering, whole studio thing. What are you going to do? Maybe it's collaboration. Maybe it's upgrading your studio, improving your studio, right? Buying a new piece of gear or rearranging your studio or whatever it is. If you don't have a list and you don't have goals, you're not going to accomplish everything you want to accomplish, right? And here we're going to be sitting here next year, 12 months later, and we're all 1 year older, and time flies when you're having fun, and you're going to feel disappointed that you didn't get anything done. So I encourage you to write down your goals, even if it's just 1 or 2 items. Again, try not to make them too aggressive. And I would tape them right to your monitor or tape them right to your keyboard and mouse or wherever you're working. Look at those goals every single day and measure yourself against them. Give yourself a roadmap to at least start off 2024 with. Now, as I said, there are several ways that I can also help you with that. If you want to be held accountable, I have lots of students. As I said, in 2023, I got way more private one-on-one students that I did in 2022 and 2021. And a lot of those students, yes, we talk about their home studios and the frustrations and trying to help them through specific problems. But I was really surprised and pleasantly surprised how many students I have where we meet on a regular basis and we talk about goals and projects, and they use the coaching sessions as a way for Uncle Dave to hold them accountable to getting things done in their studios. Okay? So if you're someone who wants to work with Uncle Dave here one-on-one and you want me to hold you accountable and help guide you and help create your goals and help move you forward in your home studio, regardless of what the issue is, I offer that one-on-one training. The link will be in the description box below. Just go to homerecordingmadeeasy.com, go to the coaching page on my website, and you will see a whole host of different ways that I can work with you. It could be one-on-one Zoom sessions together. It could be custom mixing tutorial packages. It could be business coaching if you're doing this for a living or you're trying to doing this for a living, you're trying to make some money in your studio as a part-time hustle. I could help you with that and a whole host of other things. So check out the coaching page on my website if you want to work with me. Everything that I mentioned in this video, all those different services and links will all be in the description box below. You could go out and you can look at those today and reach out to me, and I'm here to help you. So that is it for our 2023 year-end wrap-up of all my goals and accomplishments and lack of accomplishments. Let me know in the comments how you did in 2023 and what you're going to do in 2024. And I look forward to seeing you next year. Now, I said thank you for sticking around till the end of the video. I want to give you something else for sticking around and listening to Uncle Dave's year-end wrap-up. So again, if you are new here, go to homerecordingmadeeasy.com. Download that free mixing course if you haven't done so already. Once you download that mixing course, if you want to take another course on my website, I want to give you a 25% discount coupon code to anything else on the website. That coupon code is YouTube25. You put that into checkout, it'll take 25% off any course on the website. So go do that. If you're not part of the Home Recording Made Easy ecosystem, by downloading that course, you will now be part of our family, and I'll be able to help you all throughout 2024. And until the next video, I've been Dave with homerecordingmadeeasy.com. Thank you so much for watching me, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.